Hey everybody, it's time for Storytime with Dave. I'm Dave. So, listen, the other day I had a good friend of mine tell me that his kids, he's got a son and a daughter, a brother and a sister. It was at the end of a long day and they were both really tired. Now, I don't know about you, but when I get tired, I get a little cranky. I get irritable. Do you ever do that? You get like a little irritable. It's not like when you wake up in the morning, you're like,
and everything's great, right? And you're like, day is awesome. Everything's going to be awesome, and everything's going to be awesome.
When it's at the end of the day and the day's been kind of hard and it's been kind of a long day, sometimes I get cranky and get short, and you can even get a little angry. Well, anyway, my buddies, his kids, the little brother and the little sister, they started fighting with each other. They were yelling at each other and they were screaming at each other. The mom and dad had to come in and it was not a good day and they were fighting and they had to go to bed. Sometimes, especially in shelter in place and during the pandemic, things can get testy and fighty. So how in the world do we stop that? Well, I came across a story that I know doesn't seem like it would make much sense, but actually helps with this very thing. How you and I can actually be a little bit better at not accidentally hurting the people around us that we love the most. So this is a very, very fun book. It's actually a New York Times bestseller. It's one of my favorite books. It's illustrated and written by a guy named Ryan T. Higgins, and it's a fantastic book called We Don't Eat Our Classmates. And I just got to say this. You do not have to worry about ever getting eaten by a T-Rex dinosaur. Despite what the wonderful documentary Jurassic Park says, dinosaurs don't exist anymore. They don't. So you don't have to worry about that. So if that kind of scares you about a dinosaur eating you, don't be scared because it won't happen. Penelope Rex was nervous. It's not every day a little T-Rex starts school. What are my classmates going to be like? Will they be nice? How many teeth will they have? This was very important. Penelope's mom bought her a new backpack with ponies on it. Ponies were Penelope's favorite because ponies are delicious. That's so funny. Penelope's dad packed her a lunch of 300 tuna sandwiches and 1 apple juice. Because if you eat 300 tuna sandwiches, you need just a little something because you'll get parched. You need something to wash that down. Finally, the big day came. And Penelope Rex was very surprised to find out that all of her classmates were children. So she ate them because children are delicious. Penelope Rex, said Miss Noodleman, we do not eat our classmates. Please spit them out at once. And so she did. It was not the best way to start school. Still, Penelope was determined to have a good first day. I love this. She tried hard to make friends at recess. Look at that picture. Oh, come down the slide. She finger painted some of her best work. Oh, look at that funny drawing. She even saved Griffrey Emery a seat at lunch. You can sit here. She's tapping on her plate. Penelope, you can't eat the kids. Penelope started to notice everyone was making friends but her. It was lonely. When she got home, her dad asked about her first day of school. I didn't make any friends, Penelope cried. "None of the children wanted to play with me." "Penelope Rex," her father asked, "did you eat your classmates?" "Well, maybe sort of just a little bit." "Sometimes it's hard to make friends," said her dad, "especially if you eat them." "You see, Penelope, children are just the same as us on the inside. They're just tastier." That gave Penelope a lot to think about. The next day, Penelope tried really hard. But poor Penelope, she could not stop herself from eating her classmates. "Miss Noodleman, Penelope ate William Omoto again!" And they were all afraid of her. Except Walter. Walter was a goldfish. So Penelope tried to make friends with him. "Will you be my friend?" She's sticking her finger in the bowl. Chomp! Cried Penelope. "He's eating my finger!" Once Penelope found out what it was like to be someone else's snack, she lost her appetite for children. She stopped eating her classmates, even when Cece Woodman spilled barbecue sauce all over herself. And soon, Penelope made friends. "Found you. Want a brownie? I help make them." Now, even when children look especially delicious, she peeks at Walter and remembers what it's like when someone tries to eat you. And Walter, the goldfish, stares right back at her and licks his lips. Because dinosaurs are delicious. So, that's just a silly story, but it helps us remember an important point. Sometimes we have to think about other people so that we can think right about ourselves. Now, the Bible has this expression. Jesus actually said that we have to use, sometimes it's called the golden rule. Have you heard about the golden rule? It says, "Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you." Or, put another way, treat other people the way that you would want to be treated. And Penelope, the dinosaur, had to remember and learn that she didn't like to be bit and eaten because the goldfish had tried to bite her. And so she learned what it was like to try to think about other people. Now, Jesus put it another way. He said we have to love one another and love our neighbor. We have to think about other people, and that's what helped Penelope be a good classmate and a good friend. So, when you get in a squabble, before you say that thing or go off and actually punch your brother or sister or say something mean, think about the golden rule. Treat other people the way that you want to be treated. And when you go forward, just do stuff that you would want people to do for you. Be nice to people because it feels so nice to have somebody do something nice for you. Well, that's a fun lesson that we learned from Penelope the T-Rex, and I hope that you had fun. And until next time, we'll see you soon.